Oh, oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, God!
Hi, and welcome to Unclean Sheet, Arsenal 3, Leicester 1, as you guys must have read. I'm here with my friend Sanket. Sanket, how do you feel?
Relief, man, total relief. 3 points after a Europa night is the best thing. We were lucky, but then still, I'll take the 3 points.
I mean, we played a B team. We rested most of our players. How do you feel after winning against Leicester after a long time by playing such a?
Yeah, R was a B team, but then Leicester was depleted as well, I feel. With the injuries, the defense, no Madison. Okay, Barnes went out in just 15 minutes. So the win was actually our B team versus their B team, kind of. So, but then getting over the line was important in this case, and I'm glad we did that finally. Lord Willian and Lord Pepe. Oh my God.
Your thoughts on Willian? He has scored twice in two back-to-back games. How do you feel? He got two
No,
assists
he's
today.
assisted. He's assisted thrice in the last 120 minutes, I think. Okay,
Yeah.
30 minutes against Benfica and 92 and 90 against this Leicester team.
Leicester, yeah.
So finally things are, falling in place for him. I can't be more happy because I'm done with the memes and the trolls that the fans are showering on Willian. Okay, finally, like God save us, he's finally getting back. Okay, let's see what he can do. And more importantly, Pepe. Okay, he is the impact player for us, and I'm very glad that he was involved in all the three goals. Okay, and was very lively on the pitch.
Thoughts
There was
about Pepe, like you said, he's an impact player, but Pepe actually is more of a taboo in Arsenal fan base. A lot of people call him a flop for 72 million. A few are still backing him, still call him world class player. What are your thoughts on him?
firstly, Pepe was never a world class player when he arrived here. Okay, he was a talent, a promising talent, and not just Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, other teams were after him. Okay, the fact that his what do you call it, his manager or his agent, I mean, was very smart to get 72 million from us. Okay, instead I would have like afforded 72 million for, you can say Thomas, not Thomas Lemar as well, but then the defender Gabriel. Okay, that we bought from the same team. So you can say that even if I tell you that Gabriel was 70 million player, okay, you would still agree. But then Pepe, with the form he's in, he was never a 70 million player. But then he's improving. Let's give him time because the same thing happened. Anthony Martial came in for like 70 odd million as well. And what he's doing, he's been called flop after flop every season. Okay, but still he's here in the Premier League. So we need to give him some time. And the guy can run. He can run his defenses. Okay, out of nothing he can create. Okay, and we're with Elneny, with Zaka. Okay, with so much of sideways passing, we need someone who can run. And Pepe, I think if he does not start, he is even is the first man to come off the bench to help us. Okay, it's not our season. We are not in that rhythm wherein we can, exploit his pace and everything. But still, hopefully, if we can have a good run here, okay, we can maybe inch a spot in the top 6 or top 8. Let's see.
Do you believe in the system we are playing in? A lot of people are saying we don't play free flowing
Trust
football
the
until.
process.
Do you trust the process? I would like to ask you
So
this.
I'm just trying to find what exactly the process is because firstly, initially he started with three at the back, then went back to four, then he played with again with four. Now I think with the injuries and with everything, not injuries, but then with the rotation and everything, he's playing four at the back right now. But then even with the four at the back, the system, okay, I think Arteta's process is more to do with the kind of players he wants. Okay, you can't give the same players and ask him to play like Pep Guardiola's Man City. Okay, so basically, he did a good job in clearing out the players this time. But then again, the process is nothing without money. Football today is nothing without money. You can see that in Leicester City, okay, they've finished above us in last 3 seasons. They've not finished above Spurs now for like 4 or 5 seasons. Okay, so you can make out like there is an issue, and that issue is not only with the manager; it has to do with the financial backing. Without the backing, forget Arteta, forget Guardiola. Even God can't help Arsenal without the money. Right?
Which is a fair point because Guardiola, in his recent interview, said an interview asked him, "What's the secret of your success?" And Guardiola blatantly said, "It's money. if you have money, you buy players. And do you think
So that's
money
no,
is
that
going
is.
to come from the current ownership?
I heard current ownership has invested in some American soccer and other teams as well there. Okay, so I don't think they'll with money is going to come from here. I don't even think they're interested in like pushing Arsenal to the club they were back in the Wenger days, the initial Wenger days. But then the money is not going to come from there. Okay, and moreover, football is not just about spending money; it is about spending money wisely because Manchester United, Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, they are all spending money. Like each season, each coming season they are investing in players. Even Chelsea for that matter. But then, do they have success? I mean, yeah, Chelsea has that kind of season wherein they win the league once in 3 years, okay, and then they go back dripping down the table. But then without the without money, we are not competing. And secondly, when we get the money, we need to invest properly because I was reading a stat that even Manchester United have spent like decent amount of money, but then they do not have any league titles to show. But then Man City is criticized for spending money, but then they do have titles to show, right? So it's not only about money, spending the money, but in our case, in Arsenal, we do not have the money to spend. So, and I think of lately we've been very loose with the spending and with the wage structure and everything. I mean, I was just going to the wage structure, man. That guy Saka is Bakayo Saka. Okay, he's the Arsenal savior. Is earning like 3k, 30k a week. Okay, and that guy Mohamed El Neni, Zaka, and the other Deadwood. Okay, they're earning 120, 150. So I mean, no way we can. I mean,
This
we
is
need to have
this
a wage structure like Liverpool actually.
true. A Chelsea friend of mine actually brought this point to me and said, us the player who's actually carrying Arsenal is getting paid the least, and players like Willian being paid 200k. I think Arteta. Do you think Arteta
It's
is?
250k, man.
It's 250k, which sounds weird for a club
Outrageous,
like Arsenal.
outrageous.
Completely bizarre. And
Yeah.
do you think Arteta or the board is trying to avoid another Guendouzi where money gets to the player's head at a very young age?
No, not necessarily, but because see, Bakayo Saka is a completely different player. I mean, like some people won't agree with me, but then he's better than Phil Foden as well. Because Phil Foden is playing at Man City team wherein everything is set up for him. Okay, even if he does not start, he comes on after 60 minutes, so then the game is already almost done. Okay, but then Bakayo Saka is carrying Arsenal through the worst phase Arsenal has in this 21st century. Okay, I mean I don't remember when we were like since I started watching football around 2004-5. Okay, since then I have not seen Arsenal drop below. I mean, there's the upper half and the lower half. I've never seen Arsenal in the lower half, the bottom
Yeah,
half,
true.
wherein we have been seeing Arsenal for last 2 years. But then that guy Bakayo Saka is different level. Can't compare. And I don't think he's after money. Okay, I don't even think that Gondesi is after money. But then I don't know, like this media reports and everything. Okay, there might be some clashes. He's young. Okay, there might be some clashes in the trainings and everything. But then I don't think money really is the issue here. Okay, so
Would it, if an opportunity arises where you have to exchange, where City is throwing a lot of money for Saka and is willing to make a player exchange, will you take Foden and a lot of money in exchange of Saka?
not really, not Foden. Okay, we want. Firstly, I don't think City will
Okay, any
go
player
after
of your
Saka. Okay,
choice, any player of your choice, and money in exchange of Bukayo
yeah,
Saka.
okay, yeah. For Bakayo Saka, I can go for Bernardo Silva. Okay, I don't think they'll give some money, but then yeah, if they exchange Bernardo Silva for Saka, I'll take it. Yeah, and then maybe if they can, if they are graceful enough, they can take off Willian and they can give us Mahrez. That would be so.
That's never going to happen. Not in this reality, not in any other reality. Do you think we're gonna
Well,
make
just
top four this season?
a big no. Don't even think about it, man. Big no. How many games today? We have played 25 games, 13 more
26,
games to go.
26.
26 games, okay. So 12 more games to go. 36 points to take. I don't think we'll take more than 18. Okay, 18, 20, going by the current form. But then Arsenal are known to finish the season on a great run. I mean, on a high. Like last season as well, we were struggling in the league, but then still we beat City, Chelsea, and we won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Similarly, if we can go, I mean, there are just 12 more matches to go. If we can win 7 or 8 of them, okay, 24 points and a couple of draws, 25 points. So what's the tally? If we take 25 points, I think a top 6 place. I don't know, even if that is not possible, top 6 place. Okay, we should focus on the Europa League, I feel, because top 4 is out of our reach. Leicester, I think Leicester will slip now, okay, because they have injuries, okay. So City, United, okay, I see Chelsea is there, okay, and the 4th place, I think Liverpool or I mean the West Ham, and this low teams are like really getting on this season, man. West Ham and the Aston Villas and everything. So I don't think top 4 is in for this season. No, a big no. A top 6 outside chance. To be very realistic.
An interesting fact I would like to lay before we close this interview. I went to Sanket. Sanket and I went to the same school, and he was a huge Arsenal fan. I wasn't into football that much. I just used to see how crazy this guy is about football, and then I started following football around 2011,
Yeah.
where we had just got Sanchez, and we were on a great run. We used to play beautiful football, and it was
Sanchez
2012,
2011,
2011.
2012.
It was somewhere around
Yeah,
2013, 2011, and
yeah, maybe because we got Mesut Ozil in 14, right?
yeah,
So
we
Sanchez
got
is
him.
coming after him.
Yeah, around
Ozil
that
we got
time,
in
I think.
14, so Sanchez we got in 15 or 16. 15, I think. 15. Yeah, 15.
We got
Next season,
Sanchez in 14 or 15. I don't remember that clearly, but we used to play beautiful
yeah,
football, and that's when I
that
decided
was
I want
another
to.
team, man. I'll tell you, forget Man City. Even if the Wenger team, I mean, the top 4 Wenger teams, okay, with Cazorla, Ramsey, Ozil, Sanchez, even Giroud up top, okay, that team will smash our current team, okay, will smash that team. We used to criticize them for like top 4, just top 4 team, but then that team will smash our current team on 9 days out of 10. Not beat us, they'll smash this team. Okay, so that's what.
Cheers, man. Thanks.
Yeah, cheers, and yeah, all the best to you, man. Let's rock. Yeah, thanks. Bye bye.